Welcome to this edition of Leung. Movies have made Kung Fu a worldwide symbol of China, and one of the most famous styles of Chinese Kung Fu is called Wing Chun. Today, our host Lindsay Gunderson talks to some Wing Chun masters to learn a few of the moves and a bit about the history of Chinese martial arts.
Baby, here I am.
Bruce Lee was one of the biggest pop culture icons of the 20th century.
Ip Man.
Although he used various techniques in his action movies, he was initially trained in Wing Chun by Yip Man. The story of his master was even adapted into a film called Yip Man. Oh, I've seen these moves in lots of Bruce Lee movies, and I've always wanted to know how to do it. Do you think you could teach me?
Sure, anyone can learn it. Actually, this style was invented by women.
The earliest known mentions of Wing Chun date back to the Qing dynasty some 400 years ago. The common legend involves a young woman who wanted to rebuff the local warlord's marriage proposal, saying she will only reconsider his proposal if he can beat her in a martial arts match. She then developed her own style of kung fu to beat the man she was supposed to marry and won her freedom. Later the style was named after her, Wing Chun.
So what are the basics?
Okay, I can show you actually our main stance and our first moves.
Okay.
Wing Chun's stance is important as the style focuses on a well-balanced body. And Wing Chun techniques are generally closed, with the limbs drawn in to protect the central area and also to maintain balance. In most circumstances, the hands do not move beyond the vertical circle that is described by swinging the arms in front with the hands crossed at the wrists.
You got it.
Oh, nice. All right then. But how would I use this in everyday life?
Okay, the forms just give you the way you move and give you the basic movement of the style. Then you can apply it in a real life situation. We might introduce you to Puyi and to Robert, and we might show you some of the women's self-defense moves taken from the forms.
Wing Chun is more well known for women's self-defense nowadays, with companies teaching their female staff the techniques. And I cannot wait myself to try it. Master Pei Yi and Robert first gave me a demonstration. They told me Wing Chun's prime striking targets, including the eyes, nose, throat and groin, as those are usually the weak points for men. The man's weakness. And because females aren't as strong as men, they should avoid direct fighting as much as possible. Now it's time to try what I have learned. I had so much fun learning that self-defense. I feel like invincible now. I feel like I can take on the world. So how would you say Wing Chun differs from regular Chinese Kung Fu?
Traditional Chinese Kung Fu, they are mainly divided in hard styles and soft styles. Soft styles are very famous because Tai Chi of Bakwa and Xingyi, they're like internal style using Qigong. Actually, our Wing Chun combine the hard style and the soft style.
As Kleber mentioned, styles that focus on qi manipulation or inner force are called internal, while others that concentrate on improving muscle and cardiovascular fitness are called external. Nowadays, physical fights are no longer popular, so the internal kung fu has become more famous. People practice Tai Chi for health benefits. However, there are many other ways to divide and categorize Chinese kung fu. It originated more than 4,000 years ago during the Xia dynasty and was later institutionalized by the Shaolin monastery and passed on as Shaolin Kung Fu. And now with more than 700 styles, Shaolin Kung Fu has become a key part of China's cultural heritage.